And we gotta summon our guys again. Okay, so we have to find a well and obtain something from it called a Knight's Soul. So we need to go to a broken bridge at I-8 on the map. That shouldn't be too far away. The orcs in this area might aggro us, but they're all like level 25-ish, so you don't have to worry too much if we get into a fight out here. It's when we get deeper in that you'll start finding the super high level orcs that there'd be zero chance of us coming out on top with them. Well, he didn't aggro us. Okay, a broken bridge. Well, that looks broken enough. So right up there you can see there's an orcish far killer and an orcish champion, so we do not want to be fighting those. So for the mobs in the water, we need to be sneaked, and for the orc mobs we need to be invisible. So let's do that right. Okay, so let's throw up our buffs. If I can. Alright, silent oil. See, the game didn't really tell you stuff like this back in the day, so guarantee you if I was a new player and I didn't know anything about this place, I'd run in here like an asshole and just get my shit stomped. Okay, so we're down on the water, and I did remember to pick up a scroll for warping, so we're good on that front, I swear. Fish are decent challenges. I do have a memory with my old Link Shell when I played this years ago. Came in here with a couple of the higher ranking characters we had. This was back when the game was still level 75 cap. And two of the people I was in here with were level 75, like geared to the nines. And we got aggroed by 2 or 3 orcs in here. And even with them with us, it was a pretty tough fight. It took a good little bit of time. Okay, I guess we can't go that way. We have to follow the water over to D8. Okay, I think I see where we did wrong. There's kind of a little roundabout down here. I think we gotta loop our way around that. Not really too sure of this place's history, so that house up there, I'm not really sure who would have lived there before, if this place used to be controlled by the Allied forces, or and then was taken by the orcs. Seems likely. I think that's the case with Gelsba too. Oh, I think we took it a little too far there. Let's go back this way. Okay, I think we're going the right way now. Trying to get around here can be a little confusing. So you really got to be following the directions and really minding your surroundings. Oh, I can't wait to get Paladin. So excited. I haven't forgotten about Dark Knight either. We'll get that as well. After we get Paladin, I think I'm gonna get that one. It's a pretty tedious quest, but we'll get that one in there somehow. And then we'll have 2 advanced jobs. Oh, I don't want to do that. Now, sometimes there's a slime hanging out around the well we have to go to. There's always the chance the slime could end up being a notorious monster. Hopefully that's not the case, because, I mean, we could always just go in sneaked, but I don't think we want to be fighting any notorious monsters out this way. So we have to get to a disused well at E10. We've got 4 minutes of invisibility and 3 minutes of sneak. So I think we'll be okay to go through here. Orcish Beast Rider. Oh, these ones just seem tough. So we could actually fight these guys if we wanted to, but probably not a good idea to fight them in big numbers. I'd rather not take any chances. So the well we have to go to get the Knight's Soul is just ahead. Thankfully these lizards don't appear to be aggressive. That slime over there, Blubbery Bulge, he's a notorious monster. He should only detect by sound, so we should be good to sneak over and get the Knight's Soul. There, got the item. I would say fight him, but he's like level 45, and considering that orc we fought out by the Davoi entrance was in like the 35 to 40 range, and that was a close call, we're gonna pass. Okay, so we got the Knight's Soul, mission accomplished. Let's warp back. Super exciting. Oh, I'm so excited right now. That was the third and final quest for unlocking Paladin. Glad to have that done and over with. So I'm really excited to jump on Paladin and get that leveled up. And then I'm excited to dive into some more story with you guys. You've completed your task with flying colors. You are ready to become a knight, I believe. This is my gift to you to commemorate this occasion. Accept it with easy heart, for you have earned it. Oh yeah! We even got the job emote. And we got another kite shield, which we already have. Mr. Pierso is enveloped in sacred radiance. I'm so shiny. I'm like a Mr. Clean commercial, except I have hair. While we're on the topic of advanced jobs, as promised, we're not going to forget about poor, lonely old Dark Knight. So I got to take this heavy as hell sword and go slay 100 enemies with it. It's going to be tedious, long, and, well, just tedious. Now, in order for us to enjoy this step towards unlocking the Dark Knight job, we need to do it in a way that's fun and interesting. Now, I would not be comfortable asking all you folks to watch me tediously kill 100 mobs. But hey, what better way to handle something that is overbearingly tedious than in a musical montage? Holy shit, this thing's heavy. Get over here, you little bastard. I can't feel my legs.
Killing spree.
Wait man, hold on. I'm not ready. I said I'm not ready. White mage. Can I have it? You can have... Hold my beer while I kiss your girlfriend, 'cause she needs a real man, not a chump like you. Yeah, you should see the other guy. I sure showed him. After a good night's sleep and a cocktail of Tylenol, Percocet, and other painkillers I don't know the name of, We are ready to go complete the Dark Knight quest. So 100 mobs have been slain with this giant heavy piece of shit sword. So now we have to go meet Zeid in a place called Beadeaux, which is the Adobe Stronghold. It's the equivalent to Davoi where we had to go for the Paladin quest. In order to get to Beadeaux, we have to go through Pichau Marshlands, which is connected to Kronstadt Highlands. Oh, click on the book, not a person. So let's go to Kronstadt Highlands, and that'll get us a good chunk of the way there. It's storming pretty good out in Kronstadt Highlands. Maybe we'll run into another thunder elemental. Go ahead and throw names back on. I had the names turned off for some video and photos and stuff. When my fiance does the cover photos for the episodes, I generally try to make sure the names are turned off so that she doesn't have to worry about cutting that stuff out. It's doable, but it's, you know, an avoidable step. Oh, looky! Thunder elemental. Well, let's take the piece of crap sword off. Another thing to mention that I didn't mention before is that the elementals, for those of you who haven't played this game before, if you use magic around them, which Mr. Pierso obviously doesn't have because he's a warrior, they actually will aggro you. I'm actually not sure if they'll aggro you when you do a trust spell. I'm not sure if that works the same way. Let's get a little bit of a party going, and then we'll go ahead and put that to the test. Okay, we're gonna summon our last trust near the thunder elemental. I know if you cast an actual spell, he'll aggro you, but I just want to see if actually casting trust magic will cause him to aggro. No, doesn't look like it. Might also be that he's coming off as too weak to be worthwhile. This one should go down a lot quicker than the, this one should go down a lot quicker than the one that we fought in Jugner Forest. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Lightning cluster. Always good to grab those when you can. A little bit of extra money. At some point when we start doing crafting, we'll have to hang on to some of our crystals so we can actually do crafting, because those are used for crafting. So full disclosure for the killing 100 mobs part with the crap sword, I basically just stayed in South Gustaberg and just killed the weak beginner mobs outside of Beadeaux. Easiest way to do it. Got a bunch of skill ups for Greatsword. Our Greatsword is sitting at 26. So that's a nice little bonus to swinging that big, stupid, heavy sword around. Okay, we're coming up on Pichau Marshlands now, up in the northeast. This is also the Beadeaux path to get to Juno, so it's basically the Beadeaux equivalent to the Jugner Forest. I don't think there's another... No, there's no book here. I think there's an outpost in Pichau Marshlands with a book, but it's up closer to Rolandberry Fields, which is the final area you go through before Juno. And there might be a book in Beadeaux as well, just like there was in Davoi. So Pichau Marshlands is a very swampy, gross kind of place. The entrance to Beadeaux is in the very southeast corner where you can see the trail kind of ending, trailing off there. So this is a field manual. And yeah, it looks like there's a survival guide up at the outpost. We're not going to go there just yet, but we will go through there eventually at some point. I'm not anticipating too much trouble here, but we'll summon Kapipi just in case. I don't think we need a full team.
I may end up regretting that decision, but we'll see. Got Malboros out here. These are like one of the most, in my opinion, one of the most hated enemies in Final Fantasy. Big teeth-bearing tentacle monsters that use bad breath, which does like 1,000,001 random negative stat effects on a character. Hate those things. I was originally planning on pairing the end of this quest up with a future mission, because there's a future best stock mission coming up soon where we actually have to go to Beadeaux for the mission. So I was thinking we'd do both at once, but going through my editor, I actually discovered I didn't have nearly enough footage for this episode. So I decided, okay, we'll just include unlocking Dark Knight as like actually finishing the quest and getting the ending cutscene in Beadeaux as a way to end off the episode. So I usually try to keep my episodes around the 20 to 25-ish mark. I'd rather not release one that's only like 10 minutes long. Oh, they got some windmills out here. Even though this place is kind of a damp, depressing swamp, it does kind of have its charm to it. I actually have a funny story from this place. Way back in the old days, I had a buddy that I played with, a really good friend of mine, and we were out here kind of just leveling, the two of us, but we were like barely level 30 and just not, there was barely any room for error. And it was really funny because we're over by like one of these kind of little pond fronts here leveling up. He was playing a red mage and I was playing thief or warrior or paladin or something. I can't remember. But anyways, he was depending on me. I think I was tanking. Say I would have been warrior or paladin. He was depending on me to keep the aggro off of him while he blasted the enemies with spells. So we're playing and then all of a sudden there's a knock at the door. And I'm like, oh, and they kept knocking. I'm like, I better go get that. So I get up to go to the door, hoping I can just quickly, you know, open the door, say, hi, bye, we don't want none, see ya. And there's two Mormon missionaries at the door. They're both really nice. They're just like, oh, hey, how's it going? And blah, 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 blah. And of course, you know, we get to bullshitting for maybe like a few minutes, and I'm just trying to kind of, okay, well, have a good day. Nothing against Mormons. It just happened to be two Mormon missionaries at the door. So, you know, I talk with them. I'm being polite. And I'm like, okay, I got something I'm doing. I'll chat. Like, have a good day. So they leave, and I go back, and my buddy is just flying face down dead. And he's like, what the hell happened? I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. There were missionaries at the door. He's like, missionaries? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I hope they get hit by a bus. And I'm just like, whoa. It's a little harsh, don't you think? Oh, it was funny though. It was just, I was laughing. So, yeah, there's a lot of pressure on you when you're a tank, but sometimes people knock at the door and you got to choose. Do I answer the door and let my buddy die, or do I just ignore him? In hindsight, I probably should have just ignored them. Anyways, we're coming up on Beadeaux now. So I killed when I do this quest, hopefully I'll never have to do it again because it's really tedious. I always kill a little more than 100 just to be safe. I'm not sure if you have to have the sword equipped or not. I don't think you do. So hopefully we'll get this cutscene. Oh, looking promising. Yeah. I see you have learned to bear the weight of that blade. It is the weight of the lives you have taken with it. Dude, my arms are so swole now. It is up to you to choose whether or not you will walk down the bloody path of the Dark Knight, but it might be wise to confront your past first before you make your decision, and to deal with that court summons for that disturbance you caused in the steaming sheep bar. Your training to become a Dark Knight is already complete. As long as your blade craves for the souls of your enemies, our paths may cross again. Until then, farewell. Yeah! Dark Knight, and we've got another job emote. I am vengeance. I am the knight. Excellent. Perfect. Well, we've got Paladin unlocked and we've got Dark Knight unlocked. So 2 advanced jobs now. Super exciting. And there's so many more to unlock as well too. So we'll have to hit up some of those in the future. Oh, and I did get a map for Beadeaux. While we're here, since we are going to have to come back here later at some point, let's go ahead and flag the survival guide. And we will teleport ourselves back to Beadeaux. So when we have to come back here, we've got an easy access point.